Hi, folks. Chris Voss here from the Chris Voss Show.com, the Chris Voss Show.com. Anyway, we're coming here with another podcast and another interview series of founders and startup CEOs, things of that nature and all that good stuff. And we just got walked in on there by my dog behind me. So anyway, the show's live, and that's just what happens on live podcasts. But we're joined here with
Tim.
Sae Koo. Did I pronounce that right? Rightly, Kim?
Yep.
Of Tint at tint.to. We've actually had Kim on before with another startup he has, and he's been doing some pivoting and stuff. So we're excited to see what comes out of the brains of this young man again. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to update everyone and show what we're working on now.
Cool. Well, tell us about Tint, what it is, how it works, and what it's about.
Yeah, sure. So just a quick backstory. We were working on a previous product called Height Marks, and basically, as many startups face, not a good product market fit, figuring out what their customers want, and asking customers, what is it that your pain point is, and what could you potentially pay for to utilize. And so we figured out there were certain things that resonated well with our existing users from the previous product, and then we kept asking them, okay, what would you pay for? What is your problem? And so lo and behold, we figured out there were certain things that they would pay for and utilize more, and that's warranted our pivot. And so our new product now is called Tint, and again, like you said, it's at tintup.com. And basically what we do is we help brands make their websites more engaging and social. What we figured out was when these brands create their websites, whether it be your small to medium-sized businesses like your mom-and-pop shop or an online e-commerce site, their current building site experiences are rather static. Basically, it takes time to manually update content onto there. Whenever visitors come on, there's stagnant content from maybe last week. But everyone's always active on social, so we thought, okay, what if we can extract or utilize that content or that efforts that everyone's already pushing out on the social web and be able to extract that and be able to display it on their site. And it goes a little further into that, which I'd be happy to walk you through, but that's the main premise of what we do to help brands make their websites more engaging and social.
Sure, sounds awesome. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, so I'll screen share with you guys now, and so you can walk you through the product. Let me know when that's good to go on your end. I'm starting the screen share now. Does that work? Did that work for you guys?
Yep, we can see that fine.
Cool. So yeah, basically, this is our homepage, and basically how it works is you come to our site and you start connecting any social accounts you want. So these social accounts can be your own Facebook account, your own Facebook page, or even anybody's Facebook page if you want to start pulling content from that. We support currently Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. And let's say within Twitter, you can connect any sort of handle. So you can connect your own personal handle, or you can connect at Nike's handle. You can connect at CNN's handle. You can connect any handle you want, as well as any hashtag as well. So same thing with Instagram and Pinterest as well. So that's the main premise of how it works. And let's say you start, you get interested, you want to test it out. How does it actually look after? So I've already created an account, and I'm going to show you the process of actually creating a tint and how you can then put it onto your site. So this is the first step you would basically do. You would enter a username. So I'm going to say, I'm going to create an example all about the California University colleges. So I'm going to say CA and then schools. So I'm just going to create it. And then what I'm going to do is, okay, let's say I want, just to show you kind of the flexibility we can offer, let's say I want to pull in from UC Berkeley's Facebook page.
Okay.
UCLA's Twitter feed, USC's Pinterest page, and Stanford University's YouTube channel. So I'll just give you a broad flexibility of what we can do. All you would do is just copy the username and then click on here. Under Facebook page, just paste it in and click connect. Next on Twitter, I'm going to put in UCLA, so I'm just going to put UCLA's Twitter feed, and then there's going to authorize it. And for Pinterest, like I said, I'm going to put in USC's, and USC's handle is just at USC. And then lastly, I want to pull in from Stanford University's YouTube channel. So I'm just going to grab that username and then put it on there. I'm just going to add. And let's see if this adds. If it doesn't, it's okay. We'll move forward. So after you're done, let's say you connected your accounts, you're going to press done. And basically what we do now is start collecting all that data from these channels that you wanted to curate from and pull in data from. So as you can see, within a few seconds, you have all this content from these schools that I pulled in from. So I'm pulling in from UCLA's Facebook page, UCLA's Twitter feed, and then Stanford University's YouTube channel. You can just toggle in between them and see the content that you're pulling in, and then be able to all of a sudden have all this content to explore through for yourself, or then now just to grab this and put it on your website.
Wow, that's cool.
All of a sudden, you can really turn your site into a very destination portal for news based on what you want to curate from. And you can continually add more Facebook pages if you want. Like you want to now add, Claremont McKenna's Facebook page, or you want to pull in from Harvard's Instagram feed. You can do all that within our dashboard right here. And like I mentioned, you can pull in hashtags as well if you want to pull in user-generated content. So that's the main premise. So let's say you figured out what you want to pull in. Now we allow you to personalize the feed. So you can have our classic theme. You can have our kind of news template theme, and that'll just transform it into kind of like a newspaper-ish kind of experience. And same thing. Or you can, we have many other feeds, themes that you can choose from. You can then change up the font, the colors, the background color, et cetera, et cetera. You can then moderate it, so you can delete certain ones or edit certain ones. And then lastly, the most important part is actually then to embed it. So if you want to embed it, click the Show Me How, and then choose your platform that you built your website on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can choose. We integrate with WordPress, Facebook Pages, Tumblr, Blogger, Squarespace, Weebly, Wix. But let's say you just built your site by yourself, and you have your own site. You can just click HTML, type in a certain width, a certain height, and then let's say you want 3 columns. Just click the Generate Embed code, and then copy that and paste it into your site, and you're good to go.
Wow, that's pretty freaking awesome. Now, so you basically can make your own mashup?
You make your own mashup of whatever you want. So it could be, so what I've done is actually, I'll show you a quick example of live sites that I've actually created. I've created a whole website because I went to USC. I love to keep in touch with all their news. So what I did was I built a whole website called fightonu.sc right here, as you can see. And basically what I'm doing is I'm pulling in all the USC feeds, from their official updates to their athletics updates to each of their departments updates, the academic departments, or even their alumni updates. So I can really have this newspaper-ish kind of feel on my own site, and also attract other people to come to this site to consume news that I've kind of mashed up together or curated for them to explore through.
Really cool. I really like that. That's so I could basically build some websites, put some Google advertising across the top there. Or
absolutely, we've actually seen some people monetize off of our technology, so that they can generate some side cash on the side. So it really comes down to your creativity of how you want to mash this up. Another example I did was St. Patrick's Day just passed, but I created a tint out of all the hashtags from Instagram, hashtagged St. Patrick's Day, leprechaun, et cetera, pulled all that in, mashed it up, and then put it on our own site, and we get traffic for that because people are very excited to see, how is the world spending St. Patrick's Day right now, and I can turn my site into a destination portal for that kind of experience.
So how could I use this for SEO purposes, for branding my brand, at somehow making a portal that maybe sucks in or promotes stuff that I'm interested in, or my readers might be interested, but something that will also help with the SEO function of my brand?
Right. So right now, the SEO is a custom work basis that we do because of certain rules and regulations that Google sets. that we would have to abide by. So
Yeah.
we do it on a custom basis for people who are interested in terms of upgrading for those features. So we are a freemium SaaS model, so we have a free version always for everyone to utilize on their own personal sites. But then as soon as you upgrade more and more, we could do more custom work or SEO benefits for that client or that customer that they're interested in doing.
Chris Voss's favorite Instagram channels or pics. Chris Voss's, I don't know, favorite on Twitter.
So really turn your site into a destination portal without you needing to do much work.
Yeah, the content's already brought in there.
The content's already out on the social web. Now it's up to you to have fun and kind of curate it to your personality, your branding, and really engage with the audiences. That's the whole point, to bring to drive deeper engagement with these audiences. I just kind of want to show you 3 more examples of how people are using Tint.
Sure.
So a celebrity named Toni Braxton's using us to pull in all her feeds. She built her site on Tumblr, but everything right here from the blue on to the right side is our technology, and so she's pulling in from her fan-generated content, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, so that whenever fans land on her site, she doesn't have to log in every day to update content. She just is used to what she's already sharing on the social web, and be able to have all that content on here for her fans to explore and engage with or interact with.
Cool. And so they can share from there onto Facebook and Twitter, or they can retweet stuff.
Yeah, you can definitely, if a fan sees something really interesting that they want to share, they can share it out on there via these buttons. And I guess the value for this client is that everything that she invests time into creating content for her social channels, she can really extend the reach now. It doesn't have to just stay within that ecosystem. It can be able to be expanded into other audiences as well. Another quick example is Cairo Society, and basically what they did was they were doing their 2013 Kairos Global Summit. They wanted to, when people landed on their site, they wanted a live kind of Twitter feed of all their event happenings at that current event. So then they basically used Tint to pull all that in within their site, as you can see over here. To engage audiences or people who weren't able to go to the event, but be able to kind of experience it on their own site and keep the eye time or the traffic onto their brand as well.
I was actually looking for this sort of thing when we went to Southwest recently, because we wanted to curate all of our videos and experiences at Southwest, and I'd plastered the stuff just all over the place. And trying to get it all in one place where it looked cool, and there was a few different formats that I thought would present it well, and just really didn't. But this would be a great place to suckle in and do it. Yeah,
so I mean, you can definitely, if there's certain events that you plan, and you create certain hashtags that your audiences are sharing, you can use our tool for that as well. And the last example I wanted to show was that I mentioned, you can put it on your website, but as we move forward, we really want to be on any display. So that meaning, your website, but even your Facebook page. So this is our Tint Facebook page. And what I did was I created a tab that had a tint in it that's all about Instagram hashtags, cute animals, and funny dogs.
Aww.
So the real thing around here is, can I provide our audiences, good content at the same time, interactive content for them to engage with the brand. And so it's a 5-minute implementation, but we can be anywhere that a display exists.
Wow. So you just ram that right into your Facebook page and have this beautiful presentation.
Exactly. So then whenever someone hits our Facebook page, they'll be like, oh, cool animal, oh, cute animals, and then really engage with the brand, really be able to trust the brand more because we're providing good content for them. And this is all on an automated basis. I don't have to, really manually overlook this or whatnot. It's just what the people are sharing on the social web is, and all I'm doing is kind of using my creativity to mash it up and present it for my brand that I want to present.
This is really cool, and you've taken it beyond the level that some people have taken it, where you've made it embeddable.
Yeah,
and that's really cool.
Yeah, so that's the basic thing, and I also mentioned that our moving forward, kind of our bigger vision is to be able to display anywhere. So you can put it on your website, Facebook page, but also your mobile app. So if you have a mobile app like a brand, and you find it hard to keep audiences engaged on here, you can use a Tint and embed it in there so that it could be a news kind of thing where they would fire up the app every day to see, okay, what is this brand sharing about news today, or can I keep firing up this app to see what content I can consume off of, because this is all already out there, and now you're just kind of consolidating it and making it more easy to consume or accessible for your audience or your customers.
Cool. Yeah, it looks much better than Tumblr. That's for damn sure.
Thank you.
I don't even understand why people like Tumblr. It's such an asinine presentation, but some people do. And you get to the bottom of the page, after like several pictures, you're like, oh, really? I gotta hit another page thing. So yeah, I love the way this presents. It's really beautifully laid out. It seems fairly intuitive. I haven't got a chance to play with it much, but yeah, you've got. Geez, you can put your Pinterest in there. It's a great way for brands to present all their Pinterest stuff.
They can present their Pinterest board as well, specific boards if you want, not your whole profile boards. As well.
Really? That's freaking cool, dude. You've really come upon something cool.
Thank you.
I love it. I think it's awesome. In fact, now I'm getting some ideas on how to make my own tints.
Yeah, so brands, personal bloggers can put it on their own blogs, or create microsites out of these, like what I do with the USC site, to really generate traffic from all these content that's already out there. Yeah. And then obviously, last thing I wanted to show was no product would be worth it unless you can analyze how it goes. So we have a lot of analytics to show you kind of how many people are bouncing on it, how many people have visited, how many people are sharing out the posts. How many people actually decided to click through to those posts, and how many people actually scroll through it to interact and engage with that kind of.
So you can really measure the engagement. I love this thing.
Yeah, so that's awesome. You can definitely be able to see what the kind of return of investing time into this for your audiences are. Are they actually engaging with it? And we can definitely.
This is great for a lot of social media managers because it solves a problem. Like, I'll give you an example that's my personal problem. We owned chrisvoss.net. We're going to launch basically a private face on the internet. There's the Chris Voss Show, which is more the commercial end of the Chris Voss. But we want a Chris Voss page and kind of a personal page of maybe my personal Instagram feed, some of the just more personal items that aren't so commercial. And the problem is that I'm spread out everywhere. The photos I have on Facebook are over on Facebook. Twitter is here. And the problem is some of the feeds, if I suck them in, like, for example, with RS feeds, I'm going to get a pile of junk I don't want.
Right.
That aren't personal. And so this really gives me the ability to narrow it down to the fields that I want and be able to present them.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, for like bloggers like yourself, be able to maximize the reach of all this content that you share on a daily basis to maximize the reach of it, but also really maximize the use of it, which means that you share these great content, but maybe it lives for a few minutes on these social networks. Let's put it on your website so when visitors do come, they can still engage with it as well, so it doesn't get lost in all the noise from the social web.
Yeah, awesome. Is there? Can you tell us of anything in the future that's upcoming that is going to be exciting?
Yeah, so for us, we're looking into obviously building out more networks, looking into LinkedIn, Google+, Vimeo, SoundCloud, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow.
So really being able to utilize the social web and all its potential, and really give the power to the end customer or client that is interested in utilizing it. And also beyond that, the major big thing that we want to look into is being able to really stabilize our product so it can be used on any display. Yeah. So like I mentioned, the website, Facebook page, mobile app, but also event displays. Next time you're at an event, and you see a TV display with all the photos being taken around the event. That's we want Tint to be powering that, and so we have a few other ideas we want to play around with, but the main big vision is to capture as many, integrate as many social networks as possible for the client or the customer, and then be able to embed it anywhere they want, whether it be the TV or whatnot. So really trying to help the brands drive that deeper engagement with those audiences instead of having a static experience, which a lot of brand properties currently are.
Yeah, yeah, I love the idea of it all. I think it's awesome, man.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. yeah, so if anyone has any other questions in terms of after looking at this and trying it out, my personal email is tim@tintup.com, so people can email me and ask me questions or converse with me. I'm very happy to be speaking with these customers and helping them out, figuring out which way is the best way to use it, or they have this idea and they want to implement it this way. Is it possible? We're all there to help that out.
Now it's not open to the public yet, right?
Everything is public, actually, so anyone can sign up, and we have a free version for everyone to always be able to use. So I've kind of converted my own personal domain website to having a tint, so anyone can have it as well, like a consumer like myself.
Cool. Well, we look forward to playing with it. Everyone should go to tintup.com.
Yeah, tintup.com.
Sign up and start playing with it. Wow, if you have some different ideas for mashup sites, like, I have a lot of photographs that I've taken. I really would like to put them all on a page, and they're just kind of my personal photographs.
Right.
I've shared them all over the place, and so it'd be great if we could put those all in one place where people can see them and share them, and it's more my personal site.
Yeah, and maybe even if you want to mash it up a little more from these photographers that you really look up to or admire, you can mash it up together to kind of compare your photos with them side to side and that kind of experience. The imagination is up to the end user like yourself. So.
My photos against Ansel Adams. Who wins? I think mine are better. Mine are in color. Oh,
definitely try it, Dan.
They didn't have color back in his day, so that helps. So yeah, I love it. And the beautiful thing is you can really quickly and fast and easily get up websites. You just drag and drop, and geez, Brainless. Brainless is so great. I love Brainless.
Thank you. So yeah, whenever someone wants to create a new website, we hope that they can think about Tint and saying, what kind of content do I want to start curating and displaying on an automated basis.
They just curate it and then drop it, boom, embed it.
You have a great experience all of a sudden for that site.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, and then it just keeps itself going as
it's automatically updated. You can personalize it more if you want in terms of branding or colors or background, and then be able to delete certain stuff if you want. But all that is up to the end user.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely check it out. We've got your Twitter handle, right?
Yeah, it's our Twitter handle is @Tint, T-I-N-T. So give us a shout out or ask us any questions, and we'll respond immediately.
Go ahead and sign up, folks. Put your ideas in, and then shoot us a thing to let us know what you did with it. I think it's awesome. That'd
be amazing. Tweet us out or tweet you out, and show us kind of what your mashup or your idea was, and to embed into a site.
I'm just going to fill the internet with all sorts of mashups, and people will be completely overwhelmed. And my goal is to be bigger than cats. That's my goal.
That's
so
a great idea.
I'm just going to keep making websites until I may be your #1 client. I'll just keep making websites until the whole internet is filled with Chris Voss and his fat fucking face.
There you go.
And screw those cats. So
get more traffic than them.
I want more traffic than cats, darn it. That's all. Is that too much to ask, really?
Right. That's what I always ask myself, too. So.
I mean, if they were to take cats off the internet, I think that there would only be 20% of the internet left at this point.
It'd be a desolate place for sure.
Yeah, places like Reddit and Google Plus would probably collapse with not having any information at all. So, and then maybe I'll just break down and I'll just do my own cat meme freaking tints. How about that?
Exactly. And you build a monopoly of this traffic back to your brand.
It's the war of cats and the people who hate cats on the internet. So thanks for coming by and spending some time with us. We really appreciate it. We love this, and good luck on it. I'll be coming on board here and trying to figure out some things that we want to take and make with it. It'll probably end up on my personal site.
Yep.
So fun is fun. Be sure to go to tintup.com. Check out Tim on the interwebs. Thanks for coming by. Be sure to check back often, folks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.